And of course, when they don't get used, they get warmer.
Yeah, they get heated.
A bit like a greenhouse. So when you did your stuff here, you never actually got around to getting any AMGs. I didn't quite get that far. No. Well, let's just talk about this car then. Well, maybe you can tell me actually, how much power have we got in this car?
A lot.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, specifically though, we've got 500 brake horsepower.
Yeah.
Now, compared to your Fiesta, what is it? 1.2?
1.25.
Is that a VTEC?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's actually quite a nippy little car though.
Yeah.
But 60 miles an hour on that is probably going to be more like 11 seconds.
Yeah.
This is 4. Okay, so that's a big increase. The acceleration comes from the 6.2 litre engine V8, so we've got over 5 times the size of engine in this car as well.
Yeah.
If we were to accelerate full power and keep on going, this car will actually accelerate to 155 miles an hour quite happily.
Wow.
So, and that's with a limiter on it. If you took the limiter off, you're talking more like 170, 180.
Wow.
Really is a very good car. Having said that though, it's one of the entry-level AMGs.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not as expensive as some of the cars we've got here. I mean, we're talking on this one about £50,000 startup, so it's not wildly expensive. The one next to us, the one next to us is similar to ours. One further on that side, those are actually £100,000 cars. So that's a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of rules, as you might have remembered. By here, we just keep our speed limit down, 5 miles an hour. Going out towards the track area, we can go a little bit faster, 30 miles an hour on the acceleration. Once we're on the track, there's no more speed limit. Other than that, I just want to make sure you're happy with the pedals.
Yep.
So with your right foot, if you can reach down to the brake pedal, push it down all the way, and that's it. For you, that's about right. We've already altered that.
Yeah.
What I would do though, we don't need the windscreen one. Just bring that a little bit off your knee. If you just go onto the accelerator now as well, a little blip on that accelerator, and then back into the brakes. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you happy on those pedals?
Yeah.
Brilliant. When you put your hands on the steering wheel now, you've got a little bend in your arm there. I think what we'll do, just with the seat back, it's a bit laid back. Just going to bring that a tiny bit forward, just like that. A bit more. There, that's more like it. That now means you've got a little bit more control of your arms. Other than that, you probably want to put the mirror in the right place so you can see. You've got your belt on, we're good to go. The last thing, do you remember how to drive in auto?
Yeah. I drove them out my dad's this morning.
Oh, that's alright. So left foot, don't bother with. You're only going to be using your right foot really. And the handbrake isn't on at the moment. So if you want to put your foot on the brake, down to drive. And then a little bit off the brake, and we can head off.
Which way is it, left or right?
Just over that way. Right, so. Following around towards the left hand side. And yeah, that's it. And I'll turn those off. There we go. Following down. We always keep the hazard lights on, don't you see?
Yeah.
So we're going to go down to the end of the circuit. We'll go around the familiarisation circuit that way. So heading across here. Yeah, we managed to go out a few minutes early today, so good. So, is it your brother is out doing some?
Yeah, the A-Class.
The A-Class
one as well.
He's doing the same as what you did years ago. How old is he then?
16 now, 17 in July. So.
A couple of years difference.
Yeah,
3 years.
3 years, yeah.
And then we're going to turn left at the end. So you'll see there's some barriers. We're going to be turning left in there. So you drove your dad's car today, did you?
Yeah, which is a Mitsubishi Shogun.
Oh, okay.
3.2.
So that's an automatic.
Yeah.
So. And you can carry on.
And then is it right?
Just follow around to his right. Now on your licence it says you're from Cardiff.
Yeah.
So you've come all the way today for this?
Yeah.
Is that a long drive?
About 2 hours 10, 2 hours 20.
Oh, it's not too bad then.
No.
Was there any traffic today?
No, the traffic was pretty good actually. It's pretty light.
So, college or university now?
University now, yeah.
And what are you studying?
Computer science.
Okay. Oh, I studied many years ago. Right? Very different to what I do now. So, that's really quite so you'll notice it's actually really quite smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got 7 gears. Out of those 7 gears, in the setting that we're at now, the comfort setting that we're at now, it's got quite good fuel economy.
Yeah.
Reasonable fuel economy, I mean, for the size of engine.
Yeah.
30 mile a gallon. So it's not too bad at all. Which will be probably way more than the Mitsubishi, I would have thought.
Yeah.
But of course, this car has got power.
Yeah.
So let's just show you the difference. So a bit more power. Now, what does the throttle response feel like now?
A lot better.
A lot quicker, isn't
Yeah.
it? So whereas previously you were in really high gears with comfort mode,
Yeah.
now you're in sports mode. It's giving the lower gears more instantaneous on the power, just quicker in response, isn't it? How do you find the steering?
It's quite nice actually, yeah.
Turns into corners very nicely.
Very
doesn't it?
nice, yeah.
So it turns, yeah, a little more power. It's braking in a straight up because the side of that and a bit more power.
I went down to the Landau circuit with Ford when they launched the Fiesta at ST,
Oh yeah.
and I drove that around there. And as I was the youngest one there, they wanted to show their Ford Mikey, which means the car was limited to 75 miles an hour for me.
Oh really?
Yeah, and everyone else was there in 80s, 90s, and I'm stuck at 75.
And what age were you?
This was about 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was this launch?
It was Landau. It was the official Ford.
Oh, Landau,
launch.
yeah. So that nice little 1.1 mile long
Yeah.
circuit. Well, it's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah, well, limited or every straight.
The last time I went around there was about 2 years ago in a Ferrari 599 Maranello vehicle and box. And then I definitely was a little bit more than 70 miles an hour.
That was an experience.
I think I saw 140 on one of the straight before the chicane.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
past the kind of start finish, then a little chicane
Yeah.
around towards the left and then around towards the right. Very easy to get it wrong.
Yeah, very, yeah.
On about the 5th lap, my brakes were really smoky. I was having a bit too much fun. It was a customer's car as well that we were doing a track day there. But it's actually a really good training circuit
It is, yeah.
because everything's very small, very easy. So a bit more power. I would have thought actually the Fiestas are really quite suited to that track.
Yeah, because they're quite nippy and
Yeah, little tiny corners
Yeah.
and everything else, yeah. So this feels similar. Bit more power again. So brake smoothly and through and then following around toward the road. And we're coming off out the barriers this time. And then off towards the left. And then we're going to take a right hand turn heading down there. If you can just wait there momentarily. And then I think we'll take a left here where the curtains are now. Obviously we've got a lot of power, you can feel it's really fast. But we've actually got brakes to match that speed as well. So we're going to show you a bit about the braking technology in this one. And we'll just side. Number 2 on the road set this.
Yeah.
And then just gently stop. Here. Just wait here, wait here, wait here. Because we're going to do acceleration and braking exercise down here. Now, from the point of view of speed, we're going to be really fast. So I just want you to accelerate really hard.
Yeah.
When I see the brake really hard as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Go. All the way. Keep going. And brake really hard. Harder. So that still wasn't hard. That was almost like doing a driving test. Because you accelerate and brake to as if it was an emergency nice and hard, but not really hard enough. So carry on again. So you can see the brakes are pretty good anyway. But if you really stamp on the brakes this time,
Yeah.
then you'll get a real idea of how well the brakes work. So round towards left. So where are you actually studying now?
In Cardiff, Met.
Oh, you
So,
are?
yeah, yeah.
So you're still at home now?
Yeah, living
studying
at home,
now?
yeah.
Turning on the left here. How do you find that?
Yeah, I do enjoy it. I like the long summer holiday though.
Yeah. But I guess some of your friends are boarding, or you got halls and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so same again. This time you don't need to stop. You just literally go onto the path. Full
No.
path. Go. Now when I tell you to brake this time, really hit the brakes really hard. Are you ready? Brake. Harder. That's more like it. You can see what happens
Yeah.
now. Everything works. Seatbelt pulls back in. The hazard lights come on. The brake lights start flashing. You can hear those hazard lights now. Automatic.
It's pretty
And
good.
then carry on. But of course you keep totally straight.
Yeah.
Because that's what ABS is designed to do. It allows you steering control while
Yeah.
braking. Because those brakes never actually stop, the wheels.
Yeah,
The brakes
yeah.
potentially pumping up to
On and off,
120
yeah.
times a second. So round to the left. Okay, so that was a bit of a straight line. Now we're going to do a brake and avoid. So that's going towards an object and then swerving past it. We take a left here. Slow right down. And round.
Same left, or we going
Yeah,
right?
left here again, but it's going to be number 1 on the road surface.
Yeah. Stop. Oh.
Absolutely, because I need to just
Yeah.
explain what we're going to do. Looking up ahead, now you can see those
Yeah.
cones across the road. We are going to go straight towards them. Now I want you to get up to a good speed. I mean, about 40 miles an hour, okay? When I tell you to brake, I'm going to tell you about 5 feet away from those cones.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about 5 feet away from those cones. When I tell you to brake, I really want you to hit those brakes hard. Now, if you don't also turn towards the right hand side at the same time as braking, you're going to go straight through those cones. Alright? So it's going to be braking, keeping the brake on fully, and steering to the right hand side to avoid those. You okay?
Yeah.
Carry on. It's about 40 miles an hour, just 40. So you're almost 40 now. Keep going. Brake. Hard on those brakes. That's it. So that's the idea, but you could have stopped 10 feet earlier.
Yeah.
Carry on again. We're going to do it again. This time when I tell you to brake, literally just go straight onto those brakes. Now your Z-Tech has probably got ABS.
Yeah.
So potentially your car could do this as well. You know, it might only be a 1.25, but you've got ABS.
Yeah.
So it's quite a modern car in some ways. Now for actually the weight and size of the car, it's actually quite a quick little car.
Yeah.
So around towards the left. What age is that then? It was
61 plate.
Okay, so it really is
Yeah.
quite a new one as well, yeah. So you got the better looking one as well. But you can carry on through. Number 1, carry on through, 40 miles an hour. This time when I tell you to brake, literally those brakes fully. Keep going. A little bit more. A little bit faster. Keep going. Brake! Turn! Now, did we hear that go? Just a tiny bit. Just, let me come back a bit. Taking 92 to the neck, I'm just going to pick up the cone. If you just take your foot off the brake slightly. There we are. Let me just pick up the cone. literally moved about half a foot. And that's just because you could have turned a little
Yeah.
more, but of course you don't want it.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult to see. That's good. Round towards the left. Okay. And I think at this point we're going to go down towards the wet at the end. The simulated ice surface circle. See how we fare on there. And then we'll come back to the bigger trunk area after. So, have you ever been in a skid
So we're going
situation?
left.
Straight on. Have you ever been in a skid situation before?
No.
So, never been out in the snow really?
Oh, I drove in the snow
But not.
this year, but it wasn't. I drove masses. And it wasn't when it was deep or anything. It was like when it mainly gone.
But he didn't really fall off the road and handbrake turns? Didn't even try that, no? Turning right here. And over that side. And then come over this left hand side a little bit. And then if you just gently stop here. That's it, completely stop. We'll need the windows shut, so let's just do that. Okay, on your once he goes, there we go. Let's see, carry on then, round towards the left hand side. As you can see, it's very wet.
Yeah.
It's actually what we call simulated ice. You get between
Yeah,
your
no
coats
way.
here, yeah. A little bit to the left hand side. Okay, carry on round here. Now, at the moment, we're on this oil and water based surface. Put too much power on, what do you think is going to happen?
Spin out.
Yeah, because we're actually a rear-wheel drive car, aren't we?
Yeah.
In your car, what would happen?
Front, like lock up.
Skid.
Yeah.
So what we're, if you're turning, trying to turn around towards the right, instead of being able to turn, you go forwards.
Yeah.
That's understeer.
Yeah.
So the car is under steering, whereas because we're in a rear-wheel drive, the car's going to almost amplify the turn, so that's going to oversteer. So put a blip of power on, see what happens. Off the power. As you can see, on the road, that wouldn't be so nice, would it? Round towards that side. And it happens really instantaneously, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, if you needed to control that, if that happened to you in real life, what would you do? Nice and gentle. Keep going just as this speed. Just got a car behind us, but don't worry about him. Just keep going. So what would you do, think? The car's coming around that way.
Turn into it.
What do you mean by into it?
So if the back end is going that way,
Yeah.
turn the wheels so they're going.
Yeah.
The
So
turn-
opposite way to the skid. And then what about the power?
Come off the power.
That's what we're going to try and do. So a bit of power now. Off power, turn this way. More turn, more turn, more turn. And pull straight. Just like that. So that is skid control. That is really how you control the skid. That was a bit in slow motion. So let's do that again. Blip of power. Off power, turn left, 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 left. And pull straight. Excellent. And again. And left, 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 left. That's it. And again. More left, more left, more left, more left. That's it. So now, if that happened to you in real life, you've got a good idea what to do. What would happen if I put the traction control on? Most cars got that now.
On or off.
I'd put it on.
Yeah.
Loads of power, so what happens? Loads of power, 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 loads of power.
Yeah. Engine, like,
What is the car doing?
it like cuts the power to the engine.
You've got it cuts the power, and also it's using individual brakes to help you on steering. That's why you feel that
Yeah.
noise. A bit more power again. So it's all controlled, isn't it? And then lightly off the power again. Give it a go now. And that is the difference. So really, if you've got traction control, nice Barrera, if you've got traction control, realistically what you should do is just keep it on most of the time. Only some real extreme conditions you'd want to keep it off.
Yeah.
But let's give it another go, controlling that skid. So a bit of power, off the power, turn, turn, turn. And again, a bit more power again. More turn, more turn, more turn. And again. More turn. you've done a nice little drift all the way around there. And that's all there is about drifting, and it's just literally putting power back on at the right time with the amount of steering as well. But again, you know, you don't want to try that on the public highway. You want to come off here, we're going to be on the faster track here, really. Between these cones, heading towards that 30 sign, and then we'll be turning left at that 30 sign. Here are the barriers. And then if you just wait at the stop sign. On you go. A little bit more power again. So braking smoothly, and then through the corner toward your right hand side. A little bit more power again. Increase the power. Sit smoothly, and then brake smoothly as well. And then lightly up, and then through the next corner with a little bit more. Now if you can run wide out towards this side and then start to increase the power. That's it. A little more power again. Oh, a little bit more. Maybe towards the left hand side, that's it. And then turning in a bit more power. Braking smoothly, bit of a straight line through the corner, a bit more power. Keep on the power slightly. How's that feel? Bit more power. Brake smoothly. That's it, through the corner, bit of power. Low towards the left. Keep the power on. Keep the power on. Keep the power on. Braking firmly. And then through, bit more power. That's it. Bit more power again. Sit through, bit more power again. Sit smoothly through. Bit more power again. Oh, a little more. Yeah, keep going. Keep more. A little bit more left, but keep going. Now braking, a little bit harder. Smoothly up and then through. So that was a little bit faster, that one.
Yeah.
A little more power again.
Go ahead. Are you available to pick up the USB from John Riley? Should be outside in CSA.
That's it.
John Riley towards the left.
Turning in a little more power. Braking firmly. Free going. Carry on. That's it. More power. Back towards the left hand side. Bring it through. Even more power. Even more. Hard on the brakes. A little bit harder. There you go. A bit more power. Keep it wide. Bit more power. That's it. A little more. That's it. Bit more power. Excellent stuff. That looks good. Bit more power again. Hard on the brakes. Turning in back into the power. A little more power. Keep the power on. So keep the power on. Bit more power. Fairly hard on those brakes again. And then through with a little bit more big difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Keep going around towards the left. Bit more power. So through, a little more power again. We're running wide towards the orange can and looking through. A little more power. Hard on the brakes there. Right now, very good. Well, you're only about 30 miles faster now than you were at Landau. Bit more power again. How long to get driving when you're at Landau?
Half hour?
Half an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, not long then.
No.
Bit more power again. And was that with anyone else in the car as well?
Yeah,
That was
with one of their
instructor.
instructor, yeah.
Bit more power again.
And it was sort of like the press as well, so they wanted like me to be the young driver that was
really?
showing the forward my key that gives like parents like a form of control and they can limit how fast you can go,
Try control, water on.
things like that.
Bit more power again. Hard on the brakes. Keep it to this side, lightly up, and then turning in with a little more power. Do you remember who the instructor was?
I've no idea.
A little bit more power.
I went out with a girl and a guy.
Oh, you went over two.
Yeah. I was only supposed to have one go. And then there was 10
Blonde
minutes
head.
left.
Bit more power.
Maybe.
Sarah Reader. I would have thought. Bit more power. She does most of the stuff with Ford.
Oh, right.
Bit more power. Brakes. Smoothly off, turning in. Smoothly back onto the power. Running wide towards the orange cone. Smoothly now. That's excellent. Even more. Even more. Now braking hard. A little bit lightly off. And turning in. Tiny bit more power. Running wide again. Orange cone. That's it. And we're going to come off at the barriers this time. Excellent. Did well. Warmed up the car nice. So left here, and then we're going to go left again, and we're going to go right between the cones and the sides. So turning right there. That's it. And then if you can go over towards the right hand side, we've not been in this area already. So if you just come up to that white line. So looking up ahead, you can see there's lots of water splashing around. Simulated ice surface again. What do you think the stopping distance is going to be like if it's like the other surface, simulated ice?
With ABS on, pretty good, I think.
No, not really. 10 times the stopping distance. So let's go down there at 40 miles an hour and see what happens. So up to 40. Up to 40. Bit more. And braking fully. And turn a little bit this way. And then the other way. So it takes forever.
Yeah.
But you can just see by that movement on the steering, you actually have the ability to steer as well. Essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
And then carry on down again. So that's also the other thing that ABS allows you to do. It doesn't just allow you to stop on a nice grippy dry surface, also on a wet surface you've got good control as well. Around towards the right again, we're going to do the acceleration and braking exercise again. So around that way. And then the cones on the right hand side, we're going to turn right where those cones are again. And this time over towards the left. Number 2 on the road surface. That's it. And number 2. Okay, so full power in a straight line, and then braking when I tell you to. Okay? On you go, full power. Even more. Keep going. Braking fully. Really. Excellent stuff. Carry on now. just gently go back in. How's that?
They're brilliant.
Different to your first driving experience here,
Yeah.
I would imagine, yeah. Yeah, but as you can see, we don't really have any rev limits or anything like that, you know. It's just... The car can only go as fast as you press the pedal, can't it? And I do have a pedal here, so I could always slow the car down if I needed to, but didn't need to. Did you ever go for a passenger ride around here?
No.
Maybe that's what you should maybe think about doing. Then you'll see just the true performance of these cars.
Yeah.
So, taking 92 to Todd. We're just coming back in.
Just straight over. Or
Yeah, straight over. Keep to the left hand side. Towards the right. Now that is a sales car though, so maybe yeah, he's pulling over there. So if we just go around, we're going to go past him, but just it's one of our drivers anyway, so you'll be fine. Yeah, that's the new E-Class, new shape E-Class.
Wow.
So you can tell it's the new one because it's got the kind of nostrils almost.
Yeah, yeah.
And then what we'll do, we'll reverse it back in toward that door.
Which one? Sorry. Or either
So,
one.
just over there. And then it's in reverse. Loads of turn this way. So loads of turn. That's not too fast though. So round to this side. A little bit further. Just to there. It's perfect then. It's in park. Enjoyed that?
Yeah, it was very good.
Come back again?
Yeah.
Lovely, right.